Hello everyone, welcome to the podcast. It's me, Ghimire, currently studying Human Resource Management at Niagara College, Toronto, downtown. Today, in my podcast, I will like to invite Anish Ghimire, one of the successful business person who have three business at this moment. Welcome Anish to my podcast. Thank you for giving your valuable time in this busy schedule.
Thank you, Brishti. Thank you. This is also an opportunity for me sharing my experiences. I think many people are also going through the same journey like me, so it might be of some kind of advice.
Thank you for giving me a chance to speak in front of
Yeah,
you and to ask some questions about the business, how the business is running. I would like to ask some questions related to that field for you.
sure, why not?
Like you have opened a business, right? You have a three business, and I just want to ask, like, what inspired you to establish three business and to have a business in a overseas country.
Yeah, talking about my inspiration. Actually, it was at first it was not like I will open three business. It always started with opening just one thing, and one thing led to another, and it led to another. Like today, I have three businesses. um, uh, general people coming from a foreign land and trying to adapt into different culture, into different language. Obviously, it had been very rough, and the inspiration, like it was always from my youth level that I wanted to do something on my own. I think that kind of motivation always was within me, and I was just looking for the opportunity, which I found here. Coming to foreign land, and where I found many people from my nation, who have been living here, and I wanted to do something. And in sorts of different problems, identify certain thing, and I try to like change that thing, so that it will be very much suitable for people who are here from foreign country as well as people living in Canada. So, and that led me to establish business so that I could serve the people, not only from Canada, from different country, and I will introduce the omni nature of Nepal, so that people
Yes.
from all over the world could know our culture. So I think that was the main thing.
The food that you have serving to the people is a South Indian food, right?
Yeah, you can no, not the yeah. There are
South
some dishes
Asian
South
food.
Asian, yeah, specifically South Asian, and mainly it focuses on the food and culture from my country, that is Nepal.
Mhm.
uh, so I'm like since childhood, I have been growing in that culture, like knowing different food, different culture from that my nation. And coming to a foreign country like Canada, I wanted to like bring, I cannot bring the thing what's there, but I could like try to bring the environment, introduce the environment, Nepalese environment in Canada. So mainly the dishes are from Nepal, as well as we have neighboring countries like India, South Asian food, and obviously everyone knows it's famous for its spices, different kind of spice mix. So I also wanted to add those things, and that led to expanding my menus from Nepalese food dishes to South Asian dishes, and people are loving that. Yeah.
Okay, adapting the different culture in the big city, big country.
Mm.
It's a great things
Yeah.
that you
Always.
have done, and many youth are being inspired by your contribution. Every business have their own mission, vision, and value. Of course, your business also may have a mission, vision, and value. Can you just give me a gist about what missions you have grown through while opening and while establishing your business?
Talking about the mission of my company, it has always been uh, bringing the great experience, the culinary experience, the cultural experience from Nepal, from South Asian nation, and introducing the experience, familiarizing that vibes and experience among the people in Canada. So that has always been my mission. And the vision, uh, talking about vision, it's to serve the best dishes, satisfying the customer. That's always the vision of a restaurant, I guess. So yeah, it's like that.
Satisfying the customer.
Yeah, of course.
And can you just say me like how many people are working in your company, in your
Uh,
business?
I don't know exactly. I don't know the number of people, but estimating, I think, um, counting all the restaurants, employees from the restaurant, I think more than 50 people, I guess. So yeah.
Okay. Like how often do you visit your restaurant?
Yeah, this is my second home actually. I think this is my home. I don't take it as second home. Actually, this is my home.
Okay.
Because I've always been wanting to do this thing, and this is also part of my family. My family is part of it, so it's not my business. It's my family's business. So
As you have already said, more than 50 or around 50 people are working in your restaurant. Can you just explain like how the employee opportunities are given to the employee that are working in your restaurant, how they have developed their career growth in this field?
yeah, obviously, it's been almost 10 years since I've started this business, and many people have been part of my family. And it's not like people who started from the beginning are together with me till now, because they do something here, they learn some skills, skills related to safe, like server, cashier, and everything. They gain that skills, and from that point they have been, excelling their career. So there have been many instances. Some people, I think, 2 3 of my previous employees, I think they started their own restaurant chain, going to
Okay.
different cities. So uh, and so like that, uh, people, like, come here, especially the people who are interested in hotel management. In this way, um, in this way like, people come here, they gain experience. Some people try to achieve, like, going for higher and higher levels. They're still doing in my restaurant, like, they started with basic salary, and now they are earning like around 5 figures a year, and I think that has also been a career growth for them. And especially the people who are interested in hotel management, I think this place has been a golden opportunity, you know especially the people coming from foreign nation, who are trying to grow big, or trying to build a career in food industry. They have been doing really well. So our company obviously, support the career growth of the
And
employee.
also like it's a proud moment like people who working in your restaurant now opening a business,
Yeah,
have their own business. I think it's a proud moment for you
yeah,
and for
obviously,
your
yeah.
team.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, people, because uh, those the people, they are like part of my family, and they're going outside, doing their own great thing, like, that's also a proud moment for me and my restaurant. Yeah.
Yes. As you hire many people in your business, in your company, like they have their own duties, responsibilities, and what qualities do you value the most that a team member should have?
The first thing, obviously, the qualities of people, varies from different industry to industry. A person working in a automobile industry should have the quality that fits in that industry, right? So as my business is food service, where you serve customer, where your goal is to satisfy the customer. So in order to achieve that thing, there are different quality a person should have, and the first thing, which I believe individuals should have, in a team, is have the passion to do the work. If you are doing work in, like I said, automobile industry, you should have passion in automobile. And if you are working in food industry, you should have passion in that thing, right? So that you only not work for the money, but you work with your inner satisfaction. So the first thing which I look is the your motivation to learn new things, so that you'll achieve good things, and the second thing is, as this is not a home, not only for me, it's also for the team member. Like, you work 8 hours a day, minimum 8 hours a day. That's 5 days a week. Like, you're spending almost most of your time in a restaurant also, or in any industry. So this is like your second home. So feel like home, like, feel like home, interact with people. Your team members are your family, away from your family, right? So you should have the communication skills, good communication skills, and you should have a sense of homeliness. You know, that's you like you are working here and you shouldn't feel outsider. Like you should adapt to this thing. So basically, I don't look for higher things because not all people are born with skills automatically. People grow while learning, right? So go one at a time. It's not like there are different things, but you should have the basic things so that it will be easier for you to achieve the higher things. So those are the, I think, uh, qualities
Qualities.
like team members should have.
Team members should have a quick learning
Yeah, okay. Mm.
qualities, and also that can satisfy the customers,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, obviously.
Of course, customer satisfaction is the main part.
Mm.
The one that the restaurant need to focus is the customer satisfaction. According to me, I think so.
Yeah, yeah, obviously, because mm, it's not like we are making food for ourselves. You make a food. If you are making your food for yourself, even if you don't put salt, like if even if there's no salt, you will not complain to yourself because it's you. No one complains their own food, but if you are serving someone else, it's not for you, it's for them. So you should satisfy their taste rather than you should satisfy yourself. No, you should satisfy the customer. That brings satisfied to you. So I think that's the main objective a restaurant should have. So
Yes, as I have worked in a restaurant, I can feel that. As there are a lot of business in this area and that is competing each and others, like how your business is unique and how your business is special among others. Can you just give me a short answer about this?
yeah, well, like I don't, yeah, obviously there are different people, doing their own venture and doing their own business. Obviously, there are people who do similar business like me, like restaurants like me, and I don't think about like competing with them. I don't know what's unique from them, but if I am doing something, if anyone is doing something of their own, starting business of their own, uh, they have a mission, they have a vision, and obviously I have my vision, I have my goal, and I try to you know accomplish that from my heart. And as I told you about my missions, like bringing the originality of the culture from my nation and from the Southeast nation to Canada. And I always try to achieve the thing, I always try to achieve the authenticity of the cultural environment from my nation, from Southeast nation, in my restaurant, so that whenever people come in my restaurant, they feel, you know, they feel like they are in their homely environment. They are in South Asia. Like obviously you are from different nation, right? Like me, you're also from overseas, and obviously you also try to or miss your home dishes, and you try to go to some restaurant searching for your dishes, and whenever you are there, eating your dish, you feel like home, right? So I
Yes.
try to bring those kind of those feelings. I try to achieve that thing, and I think that's what I get good response from the customer, and I think that's the unique thing of my business. And also, apart from the doing business, customer satisfaction, and also I think uh, you achieve the uniqueness with your food, right? And to bring that unique food to the customer, you should have your unique team members, working in your restaurants. And I think I have family here. I don't have employee. I have family of more than 50 people. They feel like home here, and whenever I think you're cooking this in your home, it's not like you are doing quickly. Like you put your heart into it. Try to bring good taste. I think that's what people working here feel, and they bring kind of unique thing. They try to achieve the unique thing from, I don't like saying competitors, from uh, like other businesses, I guess.
Okay, this means simply like when you don't focus to the
Yeah.
competitors, but you focus on the
I focus on what I'm doing.
authenticity
Yeah.
that your food, your restaurant
Mm.
is serving to the people, right? To the customer. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think action speaks louder than words, right? So it's not that what I'm saying is true, um, and uh, the obviously our, if you are doing something, what is your end result? Our end result is having more customer, having more satisfied customer, and we have numbers. We have many people loving this space. I think that's the reason, because I started with my one restaurant. Now I am able to open uh, two extra restaurants. That's due to the people, that's due to the customer satisfaction. They love this restaurant. So I
This
think that's
means
the
you
important.
follow your missions,
Yeah,
visions,
yeah,
and value
obviously.
rather than others, rather
Yeah,
than absorbing
mm,
others'
yeah, yeah,
restaurant.
yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
that's the great thing. As a business owner,
Mm.
you have to take a lot of responsibilities or a lot of decisions that you need to make. Some decisions may occur or risks. How do you manage this kind of decision, and how do you take the decisions, and how do you take the risks into your business?
Obviously, if you are doing something on your own, like it takes huge courage and huge decision making, and along with that, there comes a risk. It's not that you are doing something um, out of nowhere, you know. And obviously, if you are doing something on your own, there comes huge responsibility, huge decision making, huge courage. I think courage is the first thing you need to consider. And above all that thing, there comes a risk. Starting a business means there involves financing, there involves capital, there involves budgeting. And with money, if you're investing a money in something, that has never been successful, that has uh, never been into the market, you don't know how people are going to respond to it. So if you are investing in your money, there comes risk. So risk has been with me since my step one, since the day one, or since the decision making time. And and on the other side, like, if you want to achieve something, you have to take your risk. Without taking risk, you cannot achieve anything. So you need to take risk. It's not always sure that it's gonna go 100% right. You might be wrong, or the step which you took might fail. you know so I was in that moment. I was in the moment of risk since day one. And I did very much back study. I worked with many entrepreneurs. It's like you learn from the experiences of people, right? I wasn't experienced in the beginning, and to have knowledge of what people have been through, who are already doing well in the business which I was aiming to. So I worked with those people. I gained their experiences, and I took the risk. You know, I took the risk of starting this business. At first, it was difficult. Like for 3 years. For 3 years, there was no, uh, our restaurant wasn't doing well what we planned. You know, and I think there was many moments where I thought like giving up. I was like almost out of money, but I never gave up. That was also a risk. Either you could stop the thing what you're doing, have little of the money what you put in the business, take back and uh, do the regular job, or stick into the business, take the risk, and let's see how it goes. And I did that. So I had passion, I had always the motivation, so I stick with the thing. I took the risk, and I kept on going. And one thing led to another. And I think that has proved to be a fruitful thing for me. In the 10 year of my business, I think I'm living my dream, I guess. People are satisfied, and I'm seeing the day which I envisioned back there. Like, and it's not like it happened overnight. That took me almost 10 years. 10 years of doing the business, and more than 3 years, of taking the decision. That has always been the hard part. And I think I take risk. I enjoy taking risk, because unless you take a risk, you don't know where you are going to be. So you don't know what's in the future unless you take the step and do the thing. So it's like that.
It was difficult for you in initial
Yeah,
phase,
yeah, it was difficult. I took the difficulties, and I think this is the fruit of the hard times.
and
Or
before
mm,
your company couldn't earn
yeah,
profit
yeah,
as well.
mm, yeah. It was difficult
The
for
main
us.
objective of business is to earn profit as
Yeah,
well.
obviously, that's like that's the hidden goal.
Mm.
Obviously, you satisfy a customer, but the with the satisfaction, obviously there's you are paying your employees, you're paying for the ingredients and everything, you're paying your rent and everything, and the customer satisfaction doesn't bring the money, right? So if the
Yes.
customer is satisfied and they pay money for the satisfaction, and it's not like I charge money for the food, I charge money for the satisfaction of people. And it's not like people are paying just for the food. They are satisfied and they don't hesitate to pay the money, because yeah, that's how
What
it
they
is.
want, they
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
That's why. Okay. As you have been involved for like 10, more than 10 years in this business industry, you have been faced a lot of problem. Yeah. Like how do you balance your work life and your personal life in this scenario?
yeah. If you are trying to achieve something, you need to invest your time, and obviously that takes away your personal life, that the time. If you don't do that kind of thing, you have more personal life. But if you are investing your time into something like your personal life, your family life, kind of, it gets disruption in that. But it's not I was doing sick for the money, it has always been my dream, and my dream is my family's dream. So the first thing is my family are happy, happy with that, and that's the first thing that brings me satisfaction, you know and that is the first step for the work life balance. When I started this journey, mm, I used to give very less time with the family. I was always involved in this thing,
At the beginning
yeah, at the
phase.
beginning phase. I couldn't take, I think there was almost 2 years, I couldn't go out with my wife, like we were just married, I just started the business and I was so much involved in this business, like I couldn't give time to my wife. But now it's paid off, I guess, those time, those struggle in those time. Now I can balance my work also, balance my family also, and it has been easier due to the hard work which I did, in the early
Before.
stages. And yeah, now I have like two kids, like who are always waiting for me in my home. They go to school, and after they come back home, during that time, uh, like I always go home, like spend around 1 to 2 hours with my family, and then again tomorrow same routine. And whenever we get holiday, I also, it's not like I'm like 7 days involved in work. Like take around 1 2 days off a week, because I'm also human. Like it's not like I do 7 days, 365 days work. No, I'll take off from my I'll schedule, and that also brings, like freshness. It's not like if you are always working, not only the physical health is not only the only health, like your mental health is your main health, I guess. And you should have freshness in your mind also. And for that also, like I take around 1 2 days holidays a week, and that time I spend with my family. Whenever we get time, we go out for dinner, we go out somewhere else, so that my kids can enjoy, so that I can show them around, you know yeah. So it's been going good. Before it was difficult, but now like it's kind of balanced, my work life and personal life.
As you have been involved more than 10 years in this business and you have grown from initial phase to now, like it's been a lot of changes that you bring to your business. And for upcoming days, what kind of change do you want to bring in your business? And yeah.
When I started the business, like I had only one restaurant, right?
Mm.
And starting, I never thought like I will grow into three restaurant. I had always one plan of opening a restaurant. And in the process I realized many things. I It's not that you know everything from the beginning. You start something, and during the journey you learn many things. You learn different new things. It's not that you always take the path which you had planned. There comes like different path. And and during the process, like um, while serving the customer, I while interacting with many people, while knowing their expectation, what they expect from a restaurant, that has given me different kind of opportunity. And I think I took that opportunity, and I expanded my one restaurant into next one. I think it was almost 5 years ago. And after that, and again, like during the process and during the change of time, obviously, and the interest which we had 10 years ago and now it divides differently. So the interest among the people changes with time. And I think being a business person, you have to adapt to those changes, and you have to adapt to the preference of the customer. That led me to open my another business. So like it has always been, like adapting to the expectation and interest of the customer. So in the near future, obviously, because uh, if I imagine, like, it was almost 15 years ago when the mobile came out. Now you can see nobody had imagined like it would be so much developed. Like now people can like contact from one place of the world to another place, see them. Nobody had imagined that. So you never know what's going to happen tomorrow, what kind of technological changes might come tomorrow. Now people are introducing different kind of AI, something like that. So it's not gonna work out traditional ways. The thing which you started from like 10 years ago, that's not gonna work out in future, because people are adapting to modern technologies. So I'm planning to like introduce the technologies in the restaurant chain. So what can you do to make like things smooth? So obviously in future I will definitely try to uh, combine this restaurant thing with the AI and the technology, such that people along with the food, they can have experiences of the newer technologies. So I'm looking into that currently. So I'm also thinking of the way it's not gonna work out like previous, but now people, now it's been like time is money.
Yes.
It's been like time is money. And the time we used to have, like years ago, we used to have time for eating and going into a restaurant, sitting inside eating. But now people are more engaged in different kind of thing, and it's been like time is money. So I'm trying to adapt to those kind of thing, and we're looking for the different kind of way, how to uh, ease and introduce this kind of technologies in our business. So let's see how it goes. But obviously we'll adapt to the technological changes and interest to the customer, and obviously it's going to change.
Okay, as you have already explained your background, your history, like from where you start and now where you are, like what kind of inspiration that you can give to our viewers, which can inspire them as well. Yeah.
No, I don't think like I'm in place to give motivation, but I can like say what I faced. So from my journey, from my experiences, I believe, like, if you certainly want to do something from your heart, go for it. Like obviously you don't know what it's gonna be. Like whether it will be successful or failure. You don't know. You never know unless you try it. So go for it, but it should be from the heart. Like even if you fail, it doesn't matter. You learn something. you know it's not like the people who have grown into who have grown many successful business, that's the only business they started and become success. No, I think they've tried different kind of businesses, they've become failure in many one, but that business becomes successful. So unless if you don't try, you won't know what it's gonna be. If you fail also, you learn something, and that experience will definitely help you in other thing which you want to pursue in future. So obviously go for it.
Go for it. If
Take
you
the first
want,
step. Yeah,
just go for
yeah.
it.
If you want, go for it. Study from background. Like take out your
Details.
time. Give your time to it. Like grow it like your baby, own baby. Like you should feel it like yourself, a part of yourself. How you will care about yourself? Obviously everyone will care about them, right?
Of
You will take care
course.
of yourself, obviously. So your business will also be like that. So it should be like treating yourself. So give time, give your dedication. Start the thing. And in course of time they will come different thing which you hadn't imagined of. Obviously in course of time there will be different new things which you didn't think of when you started the business. Obviously go through it, because everything's new when you are starting something. Everything's new. Go through it, you learn something
From
from
experience.
experience. If you didn't know, obviously you will know something, right? So I believe knowledge is the great thing. I believe experience is the greatest asset. So yeah, don't hesitate. Take the step, learn through the experience, and obviously it will take you to a destination. It might not be which you imagine, but obviously you'll be in some
Sooner.
places sooner or later, obviously. And it's not like people who establish, like I mentioned, big businesses. They initially they thought of the same thing. Even the Elon Musk, I think he had an imagine. Was he had PayPal, you know, and from there he went to SpaceX and Tesla. If he hadn't took the main decision of like splitting the money, whether to split into Tesla or SpaceX, he wouldn't be the Elon Musk known today. So learn from the people, learn from their experience.
Experience.
That's the proof. What I believe is. Uh, Learn from the people who had achieved the thing, because their experience isn't fake, their experience is the reality. So learn through them, because people will have hardship, go through it, definitely. And when you reach to the place, and when you look back, that will is the like most uh, what do you say, like happy, like satisfaction, and yes, I believe go for it. Yeah.
Thank you, Anis, for giving your time and explaining your journey from the initial to the now. How improvement that you have bringing in this country. Not only that, like how you have inspired other people to open a business. Your history was amazing, and hope you will get more success in the future.
Thank you, thank you. Mm.
And your business of course inspired me as well as my viewers. That is a great inspiration and the great things for you and also for me to invite you here and to take an interview with you.
Thank you.